Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Crystal Shadow Work. Hi everyone, so this is going to be an angel reading that I'm doing for anybody who finds it. So definitely pulling all the angel oracle cards. My readings are very much for all the chosen ones, earth angels, starseeds. So if you're guided to this reading, then you're probably one of them, whether you realize it or not. A lot of us are chosen. You will get awakened to knowing that you are. You will be getting the confirmation at some point. But I've been told that my platform is very much being created for a lot of the ones that are getting awakened and knowing that they are a beautiful, gifted soul. So that's why I'm saying for some of you, watching my readings alone could give you the confirmation that you're very much an earth angel, a chosen one, starseed, whatever you may define yourself as. And that you're very special and gifted, right? So if you start to notice that my readings are resonating a lot with you, you very much are, because that's what my platform is for. So I thought I'd share that. All right, so let's see what's going on here. What messages are in alignment with the earth angels at this time? Okay, so this is a very big time of abundance, okay? But you have to have a very clear mindset to be able to achieve that, okay? Because there is a lot going on. They want to make sure that you know that you have to do the work, okay? Whatever work you put in at this time is going to be like multiplied magnetically. So it's like if you want to pursue something at this time, you're definitely feeling called to take action. The more work that you put in, the more results you're going to see. I was looking right at the word freedom very strongly. So for some of you, you're very much getting free of a situation. You need to let go of any guilt that you may be holding on to as well, okay? Because some of these situations are going to require some hard changes, right? That are not easy for you to make at this time. You're definitely going to have to face any financial fears that you may have at this time. I do see an employment change, too, coming out with that. So for some of you, you're getting into a new job, right? Or you're finally pursuing your dreams, your passions. You're letting that guide you. They want to make sure that you keep a positive mindset and that there's no more complaining, okay? This is something that you could be starting that you're doing along with your normal job, right? Because they're showing me the moonlighting card. So this is something that you could be working on for fun outside of your normal everyday life. Your normal everyday career, but this is something where you're going to be called to integrate it or to take a step towards it in that direction. All positive changes are successful. Ventures involving a degree of risk, and you're ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind, which is uncomfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So they're definitely wanting you to take a divinely guided chance. I'm hearing you're going to know when to take this divinely guided chance, but you definitely need to retreat, take some time in a quiet, so that way you can meditate, connect with your angels, and know when to make this change. We have exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. For some of you, it's like you're feeling this depleted energy, and it's because you're not being as active, as energetic as you used to be, because when we get depressed or we get into where we go through a loss and letting go and a change, it can be scary, and fear can very much do that. So they definitely want you to be active. Getting outdoors, doing things like that are going to help you raise your vibration and get more of an abundant mindset at this time. And then they're showing words of abundance too. They want you to speak them into existence, saying things like, that you're going to be very abundant, that your new job, creating new venture is going to be very successful for you, things like that. So definitely no more complaining. So no more, stop letting people get you in that energy, because they feel very strongly for somebody. It's your surroundings. You could be taking on the energy of the people surrounding you too, and that could be making you feel this way too. Here's good news for some of you. You're definitely clearing out debts, okay? They're saying cooperation instead of competition for some of you. You know, that's going to help you see things in a new light as well, and bountiful nature. So being outdoors is definitely going to be beneficial for you. It's going to help you get into a higher vibration and remind you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet. Meditate beneath the tree garden, sit under the stars. Do some other activities to connect to the limitless vastness. And again, with the moonlighting. And look at this. The windfall of abundance is showing. Look at this with Santa and the reindeer. I've been seeing a lot of deer symbolism, but this is letting me know the Christmas season. 'Tis the season, right? You guys, it's right next to words of abundance. This can happen very quickly for you as your manifestation abilities are very strong. So you could definitely be having a windfall of abundance coming in like by Christmas. This is beautiful. An increase of an abundance is arriving in many different forms. Some of them unexpected, but be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, your health, and your charitable work. Wow, that's very beautiful. I love that. All right, so we're going to get some other angel cards. This is going to be the crystal angels, and then I'll do some romance angels at the end. Take whatever you guys feel fitting for you, because I'm going to go into the love cards, you know. It's general collective. So it could be multiple different love stories, and it could be talking about a situation that's playing out for you now, something that already happened, or something to come, right? So just take what you feel is for you. So these are companion crystals, crystals that you can work with that can be very helpful to you at this time. There's also a message associated with each card. Right? So some more of the story. Okay. All right. So first one is topaz. Right? These pinks definitely representing love and forgiveness. Forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger, and it's blocking your health and happiness. And tiger's eye, self-confidence and God's confidence. So those two can be very beneficial for you guys at this time, okay? Because it's going to gain that confidence to take action, charge of control for sure. Chill, right? Spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Beautiful. And that purple is definitely your spirituality, representing your crown chakra. Trying to see what other messages I may be getting from the angels for you guys. They could be giving you some intuitive downloads, I'm hearing. Through your intuition, your inner knowing. Some of them are protecting you from certain people. Where you need to know that sometimes you have people removed from you, or you let go of certain people because of their behaviors, their actions, what they're going through in this point of their life. For some of these people that you're letting go of or you're creating boundaries from, they're going through some challenging times, and during times like that they can often embody darker energies and cause people to be kind of controlled, right? Like devil energies and things like that. So for some of you, it's like they're not even, sometimes people do these things or say these things they don't mean when they're angry, right? It's kind of like that's what I'm feeling. So for some of you, you just have to accept that you're needing to create boundaries or let go of somebody that's close to you, right? Because it's kind of like when God removes certain people from your life, He's also removing the demons that are attached to those people. Because it's like when who you keep close to you, you also keep who's close to them. And if they're surrounding themselves with toxic people, you're kind of allowing them to have access to you as well. So I guess that some of you could be feeling like extremely drained and stressed out, things like that, and it might not even be your own energy. So be mindful of that, right? Don't try to fight things that are going on at this time. Just allow things to happen. Malachite I was holding next, prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support, and I feel that this is going to increase for you guys drastically. I'm hearing right after something major happens. And it's a spiritual protection. So they've been protecting your prosperity. For some of you, I did this reading last night, right before I did an angel reading, but I was saying that the divine has very much been protecting a lot of people's prosperity and abundance and money and things like that. And what's very beautiful is I was going to do a dragon reading, and I decided to flip that to tonight and get into the angel reading. So I took the dragon off my desk and I'll have it over there. But the dragons have very much been protecting the prosperity and abundance I've been getting in the readings, because the realms are definitely coming together to help with these ascensions and awakenings and everything that's happening. And but in the reading last time, I was talking about how it's like the divine has been working to protect you from these energies, and then the dragon realm has been helping to protect you from protecting your abundance and your monies and things like that. And a lot of these things are coming full circle now, that these people are being removed, because it's now time for you to get your abundance, reap what you sow, as you would say, right? So it's very beautiful, that spiritual protection and prosperity. That's why you've been getting protected, right? Right next to this is stress reduction. I feel when this comes in, you guys are going to be able to distress, because I feel for a lot of you, that's what you're worrying about, right? Remember, they want you to change that mindset, because you need to know that you're already abundant, and that could be very beneficial and help you guys to know too that you guys have prosperity that's already yours. It's already been earned, right? It's been being protected from you. So for some of you, you might very much know what this is, right? Or for some of you, might not, but it's one of these things where it's like, you put in a lot of work towards something and you haven't seen any payout from it yet. Well, it's coming. It was being protected from you because of the energy that you were keeping around you. You weren't able to benefit from it, but everything's been accounted for, and it is coming to you multiplied. So know that you guys definitely have abundance coming in, okay? So that should help you right then, be in that positive mindset. So start saying things like, I am ready to receive the abundance that I deserve, and things like that. Start affirming positive things to yourself, because these things are coming for you. So watermelon tourmaline, this crystal you can work with to help with stress reduction. Also, it's going to help you rest, recharge, and revive. Okay, so I told you tiger's eye, malachite, watermelon tourmaline. We got calcite. And this is for busy times of multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during these busy times and honestly assess your underlying reason for being busy. So with this, it's representing the yellow, which I'm picking up on the solar plexus and creation. And I've been feeling a lot of pinks and yellows today, and orange. It's interesting because we've got all of these colors out here. I very much feel the vibration of color. So it's normally what puts me in my moods, my mindsets, and all of that for the energy that I'm going to be in for the day, for the messages that I'm going to be channeling and receiving. So orange is that sacral chakra energy, yellow solar plexus, and pink is an energy associated with love, compassion, right? You're healing something by having compassion, humility for someone. And this is kind of where I was feeling to tell you that some of these people, it's like they're being mind controlled by the devil and devil agents. It's like they're saying things and doing things and acting in ways that they normally wouldn't do if they weren't being controlled, because they had gotten to a struggle in their life or a karmic lesson. Something had put them in a low vibration, and they didn't get their way out of it through the light. They kind of got taken over by that darker energy, and the devil got access to them, and until they release it, unfortunately, they're going to be acting that way. And sometimes it takes letting go and loss and separation, things like that, to get people to release that energy and to forgive. So it's one of those things that's why you just have to allow it to happen, right? Okay, because if you just keep entertaining it or being around it, it's going to be bringing you down. Okay, so orange sacral chakra. So For some of you, it's like your intuition was closed off even. Your creation was shut down because you were staying in this energy. They were keeping you in this energy that was causing stress, frustration, anger, resentment, hurt, whatever this was for you. But you're going to be very creative at this time. So I get that you're staying busy. For some of you, you were just staying very busy to avoid situations, but now you're going to be finding ways to spread out your time. Okay, and calcite's going to help you with doing that, with helping you manage your time and multitasking. And then amber is here, which talks about give it to God. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and for answers. For a lot of you, you're going to be getting answers. And the ways that you can find more time-consuming ways. Like one that that often sees times that you're struggling to, you feel as though you don't have enough time in the day, right? Maybe to clean your house, things like that. And then all of a sudden you realize that maybe if you found another way to like combine some of the chores that you are doing at the same time, right? Instead of doing them all individually. It's like a mom, right? Stays very busy, but it's like, especially when you have children and you have to cook and clean and laundry and help with the homework and all of that. So it's like multitasking could be, instead of telling like your children, wait to do your homework until after I make dinner or after, you know, I do the laundry. These are times where you could be like, all right, sit down at the table with me while I'm making dinner and I can help you with your homework, or I can help you with your homework while we're doing laundry. Or maybe ask the kids, like, maybe you can, you know, play the question, the quiz games while you're quizzing them on what they know while they're helping you with the laundry. Definitely ask for help. That we were getting that in the first reading, right? Like, ask for help, and it's going to be very beneficial. That it's going to be very time consuming too. Like sometimes I do that with my kids, you know, I'll be like, all right, everybody, let's pick up, you know, and like whoever does the best job gets to pick like the movie that we're going to watch or something like that. I mean, this worked a lot better when my kids were younger than it does now, but before, like, that would work very well. And then they'd all rush to get everything picked up off the floor or whatever, and then be like, oh wow, look at this. And then of course when they did the best job or whatever, and then like all of a sudden it'd be done or whatever. So, you know, finding different ways, ask for help, multitasking, you know, things like that you can. Don't overwhelm yourself, but so I get that you're going to be getting more creative with ways of doing things. But give to God, you know, and he's going to be revealing to answers to. Also ways to do things that are more time consuming, and ways to do things easier and more beneficial. Like sometimes I realized that I was doing far too much work with prepping things. It's kind of like half doing something and then saving it for later instead of just finding a quicker way to do things. So anyways, it's just, there's going to be an easier way for you to do things. You're going to be seeing these ways, right? Divine light purpose is on the bottom here, aquamarine. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Okay? And rose quartz, love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. Ooh, that's very beautiful. Look at those pinks and purples. Again, it's like light blue and pink. Definitely feeling the purple too. So, all right, very beautiful. Hi, baby. Let's see here. Oh, and then we're gonna do romance angels. We'll pull a few of those to get you guys for the love card. Baby, I'm working. Shh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Just a minute, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. So 1919 was on the clock. Whenever my little one comes in, I'm mindful of the time. So angel number 1919 and 1929 I was seeing. All right. So let's get some romance angels. See what's going on collectively. This the angel cards here. Okay, so remember it's general, so take whatever you feel is for you. There's the new love card. It just split like that came out. Any part that's not fitting, leave it out. You don't want to claim what's not yours, because we did get the deception card that someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. And I wanted to tell you that sometimes people, in fact, don't even realize that they are, because I did see the codependent card as I was shuffling, but I was like, I don't want to call it unless it comes out. But I was feeling it, and there it is. Because, see, for some of you, it's like somebody doesn't even realize that they're staying in a relationship simply because they're codependent. Because some people tell themselves, like, you know, I do love this person and I'm going to make things work because for the kids and things like that. But really it's because they don't, in fact, know how they would make it on their own. Or for others, it could be like, how could I support my kids without having the support, especially like these stay-at-home moms. So they could be deceiving themselves, saying that, well, I do love my husband, I'm going to stay married, and really they don't, not the way they should. So sometimes people, if you have to tell yourself reasons why you're in a connection, if you have to explain something to yourself to convince yourself, no. So some people are in codependent relationships, right? And are wearing a false mask or pretending, right? And this is because it was supposed to teach a karmic lesson. And once it teaches the lesson, then often you see people for as they truly are. And that's how you can fall out of love with people, lose your feelings and things like that. Because then you start to realize that's not in alignment with the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, right? And especially when you have these past life lovers that are coming in. Because when you raise your vibration, you call in higher vibrational soulmates. When you complete a contract, you're supposed to go to the next level, right? So for some of you, it's like you've raised your vibration, so now you're calling in a higher vibrational soulmate, and you're not in alignment with them anymore. So you'd maybe noticing problems and things like that. For others of you, somebody, you know, very much could be lying, cheating, all that. But I don't like to say all of that because the truth always comes out. Don't worry about something like that, or you're going to manifest it. If that does happen, it's going to get brought to light. Truth always comes out. So then if it comes out, then you let it go and you move on, right? You accept that person was broken and they don't get to deserve to have you. Forgive them for you, right? Show them some compassion, you know. A lot of times people cheat and lie because they have their own fears. They fear as though they're not lovable, and sometimes these people will go down these paths and do these things to kind of like, I'm going to hurt you before you hurt me. And I know that that's not okay, but sometimes people just do that. Or, you know, the devil gets in their mind, or, you know, especially alcohol shuts your chakras down, shuts you off from source. So you're, you know, very susceptible to getting the devil. I mean, it does not make it okay. It does not. That's why I believe that. I mean, everybody has free will, but it's a big thing to overcome, you know. But anyway, truth always comes out, right? So don't worry about things like that. But that's why you have different vibrational soulmates. So anyway, there's new love here for those connections that are not working for you anymore, that we're supposed to teach you a lesson, right? So for some of you, it's time of separation, or you could be going that way. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. See, I'm putting that right underneath deception. So for some of you, you could be finding some things out. Or maybe, and this doesn't always have to be like that. Sometimes people, like, maybe not be telling the truth about a job or something like that. I mean, there's so many different situations, but religious factors, it could be things like that too. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay. Very soon. And see, that's falling under codependency card. And I'm getting very much that like somebody's staying in a connection because they got married or have children. I'm kind of getting both. So it's like, for some of you, it's like, oh, we got married, we have that vow, we have to stay married. But some of you married into your karmics, and others it's the children, or doesn't have to be married with children, but I'm getting strongly that's some of the stories here. So very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Remember, think about what you want to manifest. Whatever you don't know, leave it for that. This is just kind of general guidance, right? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. That's what I mean. Go off of what you feel. Pay attention to what you see, what you notice, right? You deserve love and you are lovable. That's for sure. And let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Now, to me, this isn't advice because you should always, listen to what you feel inside. But maybe you want to ask a friend if you can stay with them for a little while, or spend some time, or maybe, some of you need to ask them to help you move, release your acts. Time has come to clear your energy. Things like that. Right? So you deserve love again. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Very beautiful. All right, guys. Well, that's what I had for you. I'm sending love and light to all of you. This is a very beautiful reading. I'm going to be doing the dragon reading next. Look, trust is coming out and retreat. Some of you will be spending time away from your lover, or spending time away with your lover. It's time to disconnect from the world, right? Sometimes it takes a separation too, to get a fresh perspective, to realize that maybe you had other family members or friends getting in the way and causing problems between you guys. Because sometimes people can project their fears and worries, and sometimes that projection is what scares people to pull back. And sometimes you could think somebody's not interested anymore, but really they're just feeling your insecurities because you're projecting that on them, and then it makes them. So sometimes just having some time apart allows you to really address your feelings, and you can come in and have those deep intimate connections, and then sometimes reconcile, fix them, higher level commitments, all of that. But getting to know each other, and keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your unusual type. And then for some of you, you're realizing taking that time to release your ex is going to call in a new soulmate, new perspective. This is going to be somebody you normally wouldn't expect them to be, and that's when you truly know you're calling a soulmate, because you're calling in somebody through your vibrational energy, knowing that you're enough. So these people, it's like you fall in love with them from the inside out. So a lot of times it's like where you might have overlooked people because they look a certain way, or a certain religious factor gets you that new perspective. And see, for some of you, there's so many different messages. For some of you, it's like religious factors was stopping you guys from going to a higher level commitment, right? So it's right next to separation. So some of you could decide to separate, and then you might go like, this is ridiculous. I don't care if we have different religions. Like, we're going to get married. I don't care if we have two different families and beliefs and all of that. And I was seeing in my reading last night that two people were getting married with the Four of Wands, but their backs were to the, they're on their backs in the card. So it's showing me like two people are like telling family off, or like not like getting married without them. Like there's that too. And that's what I mean, but it was right next to separation. So there's so many different storylines that can go along with this. That's why you have to trust what you're feeling inside. But anyways, the dragon realm is very much protecting a lot of your guys' abundance. Some of them have been creating blockages too for you to eliminate certain people, so you guys don't miss out on these unions, right? Because it's like they will protect your kingdom spouse, your divine sometimes, from coming in until you close out these karmic cycles and patterns. So you don't sabotage it before it has a chance to grow, right? And then some of you, it's just there's been a blockage from higher level of commitment, right? So some of you are going to be deciding to disconnect and get away from people and retreat and spend that time, and some of you are going to be going off and getting married, and just the two of you, a second hitched. Like this is beautiful. There's so many different beautiful energies here for sure. Alright guys, well, love and light to all of you. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you have not, and if you're guided to me as a reader or for this reading, then when I always say when you get guided to a reader, it's for a reason. And if a reading resonates with you, you should definitely watch more. Okay, and because the more that you watch, the more they're going to feel your energy, the more they're going to resonate with you. Instead of just going about looking for a whole bunch of random, readings that fit what you're looking for, you should just pick some readers that you were guided to, that you enjoy, and see what happens. Right? So very beautiful. A lot of you, this is a past life lover that's coming in right after codependency. again, in others of you, it is a past life lover. And that's why you guys are karmic for each other in this lifetime, because you have to teach each other to not have codependency. And that's why false twins can be, are very real. And you might think that your twin is your twin, but really they're a false twin just because of the strong passion and chemistry. And you're like, I know you. Because, you know, that strong, intense connection, because you guys have been together before, so you do know each other. You do have that strong chemistry and passion, right? But it's and you guys can be together if you so choose, if you work over your karma that you had to clear out for each other, because then it wouldn't be a karmic relationship anymore. For some of you, it might take separation to clear out that karmic cycle, and then you can very much choose to be together. Because being with your twin, you don't always have to be in union with your twin. These twins are to trigger each other for spiritual evolution and growth. And if you do that and you decide to pick to stay with a karmic over a twin because you heal your karma, you can very much do that too, because sometimes the twins take a long time to come into synchronicity, and you will always be toxic or karmic for each other if you're out of vibrational frequency. 3113, right? Show me religious factors again in separation. So, you know, it's your choice. A lot of divine feminines very much got to pick a choice between a twin and a soulmate, because a lot of masculines were having trouble with the ego, with letting go of that, trouble with taking action. Look, free yourself and engagements. See, for some of you, you just need to free yourself, and then you're going to go to a higher level of commitment. It could be with the same person, with coming back together, or it could just be with somebody else. Some of you just need to really have that separation time to be able to address your feelings. And to have that time, spend that time loving yourself too. Yeah, release your ex, love yourself. They showed me playfulness earlier too, and let go of control issues. Look, this reading wanted to keep going, right? This is really a message for somebody for sure. But like I said, the dragon realm has very much been helping the angels a lot, and protecting these spiritual inheritances, protecting these, I said spiritual inheritance, but also there's a lot of inheritances that are coming around because it's time. Windfalls of money are happening, all sorts of things are, but it's like these were not meant to happen until these lessons and these people were closed out. So for a lot of you, this is coming in. So anyway, if you feel guided to the Dragon Realm reading, I'm going to do that one next. So make the effort and you deserve love. Whatever you guys feel guided to. All right, 33 minutes. And I say 31:13. I was seeing too, it had me stop and look at the clock. That's probably why maybe they had me ramble. They had a couple more messages for some of you. So definitely subscribe if you have not. I appreciate all of the likes, comments, and my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for helping my channel grow. All right, love and light to all of you. Bye.